On the news tonight, Shepherd School, Lafiaji emerges overall winner of 2025 Kwara Inland Revenue Service Tax Club Quiz Competition. Federal Safety Corps holds town hall meeting with relevant stakeholders in Kwara, harps on taking responsibility for one's safety. Court fixes November 20th, 2025 for delivery of its verdict on the case of terrorism act preferred against Nnamdi Kanu. Plus update from the world of entertainment and sport. This is the Nigerian Television Authority, NTA Ilorin News Tonight. Good evening and welcome. I am Motiat Olushola. Now the news in full. Shepherd School, Lafiaji in Edu local government area of Kwara State has emerged the overall winner of the 2025 Tax Club Quiz Competition organized by the Kwara State Internal Revenue Service in collaboration with the Ministry of Education and Human Capital Development. Executive Chairman of KWIRS, Shade Omoniyi, said the yearly competition is yielding positive and desired results. Shola Waid has the report.
According to the Executive Chairman, Kwara State Inland Revenue Service, Shade Omoniyi, 99 schools expressed interest in the Tax Club Quiz Competition and 6 schools excelled for the grand finale. She explained that the 8th year of existence of the Tax Club Quiz Competition has been educative and inspiring to the young students, grooming them towards becoming responsible citizens.
Some of the schools that we've been to, some of the students have never used the computers before. So their participation in this has opened their eyes to what is possible and what is not. So it's general education for our secondary schools all around. And it's been very tough even with the students in competing. We have schools that have challenged. They've come from 6th to 3rd to 2nd, year in, year out. They've been challenged to want to win the prize.
Convener of the competition, Fumilola Oguntobi, stressed that the competition was not about winning, but also learning and equipping the young minds with knowledge about taxation and its importance in state development.
Tax education is a program by which we are trying to, the service has been trying and has been able to catch our young students at a very early stage to introduce them to what taxation is very early in life so that we'll have a robust and a future for them with ease of compliance for taxation.
At the end of the keenly contested competition, Shepherd School Lafiaji came first, scoring all points, while Government Secondary School, also from Lafiaji, came second, and St. Anthony Secondary School Ilorin took the third position.
I feel it's a great period to be here, and it's a nice feeling that we'll be able to emerge first. A big shout out to the Kwara State Inland Revenue Service.
It's just a game of luck, and we thank God for the success. Like, we thank God for allowing us to come as the first runner-up.
This being our first time, we really tried our best, and we hope to do more once again later.
My first competition ever in my life was at KWIRS's Tax Club competition, and that was the first time that I was open to so much possibilities and opportunities. And I saw that if I could win a competition like this, then nothing in life was actually too big for me to do.
Monetary prizes were given to the winner schools, while consolation prizes were given to all schools that participated.
The prize is something that is not going into anybody's pocket. For the schools, for example, what we do is we tell them to identify a project that they use that prize money for. So we're not giving the cash to the school authorities. So we have done renovation, we've bought computers, we have done all kinds of projects in secondary schools that have won this in the past. And then for the students, we don't also give them the cash. We wait until when they get admission into the university, and their prize money is their first installment as per school fees in their higher institutions. So that's what we have been doing. So the only people that get the cash are the teachers.
In their goodwill messages, invited guests commended the state government for the improvement in the education sector over the last few years.
Taking tax education beyond the walls of government offices into our schools, where the seeds of integrity, patriotism, accountability are first sown.
More schools are expected to participate in the next edition of the Tax Club Quiz Competition scheduled to hold next year. Shola Wahid, NTA News.
A total number of 247 road crashes were recorded in Kwara State between January and October 2025. Out of these road crashes, 933 persons were injured and 138 lives were lost. Sector Commander, Federal Safety Corps, Kwara Command, Mufutau Irikiola disclosed this to stakeholders in the transportation sector during a town hall meeting in Ilorin, the Kwara state capital. Abdul Wahid Bibiri has the report.
It is in view of this that the core team for this year Ember Month campaign.
According to the sector commander, Federal Road Safety Corps, Kwara Command, Mufutau Irikeola, the leading causes of road crashes are overspeeding, distracted driving, as well as driving under the influence of drugs and alcohol. As the Ember Month enter its peak, Kwara Command of the Federal Road Safety Corps said it is poised and determined to reduce road crashes to the barest minimum through strategic action plans.
We are very happy that the program has achieved its goal. We'll now go back home now. All the suggestions, all the contributions, all the advices given, we're going to package it, process it, and take into action.
Transport union leaders present at the occasion described the program as timely and educative.
We are heading towards the Harmattan period, so we have to drive safe. Then we should not drink while driving, and we should put to practice all what we learn here today.
This one is far better. There's quietness in the hall. There's full attention in the hall. Everybody listened, and all the stakeholders spoke very well.
There were goodwill messages from various stakeholders and other sister agencies present. Members of the various transport union also had their blood pressure checked, which was one of the purposes of the town hall meeting. The town hall meeting had as its theme, take responsibility for your safety, stop distracted driving. Abdulwahid Bibire, NTA News.
The House of Representatives is urging security agencies to investigate a recent armed attack on the convoy of member Representative Bogu Agwara Federal Constituency of Niger State, Representative Jafaru Mohammed Ali. House spokesman Akin Rotimi says the ambush occurred along the Luma-Babana road on Tuesday while the lawmaker was en route to Babana for a constituency engagement. It resulted in the death of gallant security operatives as well as injuries to lawmaker's driver and other aides. The House mourns the brave operatives who paid the supreme price in line of duty and extends heartfelt condolences to their families, the relevant security agencies, as well as the government and people of Niger State. The Federal High Court Abuja Division has fixed 20th November 2025 to deliver its verdict on the case of Terrorism Act preferred against the leader of the proscribed indigenous people of Biafra, Nnamdi Kanu. Justice James Omotosho gave the date after the defendant again failed to enter his defense. Judiciary correspondent Austin Anyebe reports.
Going by the order of the court on Wednesday, the defendant Nnamdi Kanu was to enter his defense this Friday. However, instead of the defendant to enter his defense, he chose to file a motion which he attached the records of the court to. Moving the motion, Kanu claimed he cannot be tried under the Terrorism Prevention and Prohibition Act, which was repealed, as the Supreme Court has directed the prosecution to amend the charge which it failed to comply with. He therefore prayed the court to dismiss the entire charge, alleging there is no existing law upon which he is being tried. The prosecution counsel Adeboyega Awomolu, senior advocate of Nigeria, in his reply said he cannot file any counter affidavit, saying he relied on the records of the court and urged the court to adopt the motion moved by the defendant as his final written address in the matter. Justice James Omotosho, having heard from both parties, chronicled the entire processes where he enumerated the numbers of adjournments at the instance of the defendant when the prosecution was presenting its evidence, the ruling of the court on no case submission, the panel's report on his health, and the window granted the defendant to enter his defense. The court, he said, in the interest of justice, granted him 6 days to enter his defense, but the defendant still maintained that there is no case against him. He then ruled that the motions filed on the 30th of October and 7th of November 2025 by the defendant shall be considered in his final judgment, but the defendant has waived his right to defend himself and consequently adjourned the case to the 20th of November 2025 for judgment. From the Federal High Court, Abuja, Austin Anyebe, NTA News.
Nigerians, irrespective of religious or ethnic backgrounds, have been enjoined to remain united and prayerful in the face of the prevailing security challenges in the country. Professor Abdul Wahab Muhammad Jamil gave the advice during today's Jumat sermon at Alhaji Babatunde Rahim's Jumat Mosque, NTA Ilorin. Abdul Mumin Abdul Wakil completes the report.
Professor Abdul Wahab Muhammad Jamil noted that although Nigeria is truly facing security and other economic challenges, Nigerians shall not worsen the situation with careless talk and conduct. Instead of promoting fake news and ethno-religious sentiments that can divide the nation, the cleric said people should promote unity and peace. He added that Nigerians shall not support the prevailing foreign pressure to cause religious crisis, saying only a peaceful country can enjoy harmony and economic development.
We should support our government. We should not say what we don't know. Muslims should not say what he doesn't know. If somebody wants to make a statement, he must assure of it. Not only assurance, but also to consider the consequence of what am I going to say. If what we are going to say, you have right to say whatever you want to say, but please make sure that what you are going to say does not destabilize public security.
He thereafter led the congregation in observing the 2 Rak'at Jumu'at prayer. Worshippers spoke on some of the lesson learned from the sermon.
It's very educative and informative, and it's just to inform every Nigerian that the need to be together. Unity of Nigeria should be paramount to everybody, irrespective of political party, religion, or ethnicity. We should remain to be one, because the consequences of war will not be palatable on anybody.
The man talk about morality, that and we should be a good person to our neighbor.
Khutbah today is very nice and interesting, and he called for the unity of all the religions in Nigeria. So both the Muslim and Christian now should unite so as to and also pray for the current situation that we are in this country.
Special prayers were offered for peace and progress of the nation. Abdul Mumin Abdul Wakil, NTA News.
On entertainment news, Nigerian megastar musician Ayodeji Ibrahim Balogun, professionally known as Wizkid, has achieved another global milestone by becoming the first African artist to cross 100 million Shazams, marking another major global milestone for Afrobeats. Here are the details of this and more from the world of entertainment. The record was set by Wizkid in the first week of November 2025, weeks after the release of his new 3-track collaboration project with DJ Tunes and DJ Mafuriza. The feat further cements Wizkid's status as one of the most streamed and searched African artists in the world. His Grammy-nominated single, Essence, remains one of the most Shazammed Afrobeat songs of all time, while his feature on Drake's One Dance still ranks among the top 100 most Shazammed songs ever. Over a career spanning more than a decade, Wizkid has consistently released music that transcends Africa's border, and his catalogue on Shazam has continued to prove his relevance. In another development, Nigeria actress Angela Okore has set aside past differences between her and Regina Daniels, offering her support amid a marital crisis. In an Instagram post, Angela condemned the use of influence to oppress others, emphasizing that those elevated by God should uplift and inspire, rather than control or dominate. Despite their past online spat, which led to a heated exchange, Angela chose to focus on forgiveness, empathy, and love, stating that it breaks her heart to see Regina struggles with difficult times. In our sport, Super Eagles coach Eric Chill believes that a successful outing at the crucial 2026 World Cup playoffs coming up next week will drive his ambition to win the 2025 AFCON, which will be held in Morocco between December this year and January 2026. Kabir Shagaya's report is here presented.
The Super Eagles coach, who was appointed in January this year, has revealed that his utmost desire is to see that his team win the 2026 AFCON edition if eventually qualified. Nigeria will face Gabon in one of the semi-finals of the African playoff next Thursday, with a potential date against the winner of the other semi-final between DR Congo and Cameroon. Nigeria has won 3 AFCON titles in 1980, 1994 and 2013 respectively, before losing in the final of the last edition against host Ivory Coast. In another update, Chiamaka Inadozie has been shortlisted for the 2025 FIFA Best Woman Goalkeeper Award. Other contenders are goalkeepers from Germany, Spain, England, Chile and the USA. The reigning African Goalkeeper of the Year made the shortlist after a remarkable campaign in the 2024-2025 season, where she inspired her former club, Paris FC, to the Coupe de France Feminine, their first title in about 20 years. She was also crucial to Nigeria's 10th WAFCON triumph in Morocco earlier this year, where she was also named the goalkeeper of the tournament.
Now let's take a look at the weather forecast for tomorrow. And this is where we wrap it up on the news tonight from the Nigerian Television Authority, NTA Ilorin. I am Mutiatu Lishola. Thank you for watching and do have a restful night. Good night.
For more news and programs, you can visit our website on www.ntailorin.com.ng. Download the NTA Ilorin app from Google Play Store on your Android devices. You can also watch our news on NTA Ilorin YouTube channel.